Hello, page 5, prime. Yeah, sometimes I don't know if I like the prime or not, but they exist too. So, like we've been factoring, we're trying to find two numbers that multiply to the last one, to the constant right there. And same two numbers, they add up to the one in the middle. They add up to 5. Okay, so I can think about 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, great. However, 1 plus 5 is not 5. 2 plus 5, well, 2 plus 3 is 5, but 2 times 3 is not 5. So I can't do that. So when you try everything you can, and that cannot be factored. So cannot be factored. It's called a prime trinomial that you can factor. So anyways, we're going to try, and then if we cannot factor, we write prime and move on. So here we have, this is my diamond, multiply right there, negative 6 and 6. So when you think about the factors of negative 6, you think negative 1 and 5, 2 and negative 3, 5, not 5, 6. But none of them add up to 6. So in this case, you cannot factor. So this one is prime. Let's go to the second one. Multiply that guy. That is negative 30. This one in the middle, negative 7. So I can think negative 1 and 30, negative 2 and 15, negative 3 and 10. But if I do negative 3 and 10, they add up to positive 7, not negative 7. But if I do 3 times negative 10, they will add up to negative 7. Okay, so because I started by multiplying by 2, I need to divide by 2. Before I can do anything, I need to see if I can reduce the fraction. I can reduce here, but I can't reduce here, and that means that 2 is going to go back in the front. So 2x plus 3, x minus 5 came from over here. Okay. Multiply to negative 12, add up to negative 4. So I have negative 1 and 12. That doesn't add up to negative 4. I have negative 2 and 6. Okay, so 2 and 6. But the 6 would have to be negative here to add up to negative 4. Because 2 minus 6 is negative 4. There's nothing I had to multiply by, so I don't have to divide. Bam, done right there. One more. So before I can do anything, you always need to check for GCF. This one, the leading coefficient is 1, so the GCF would have been 1. This one, I mean, you always have to double check. This one is clearly that the GCF is 2. So 2 goes in the front. You're going to divide everybody by 2. Divide goes right there. Divide goes right there. Divide goes right there. Now, we need to check and see if we can factor this. So I have negative 12 and 8. So I have negative 1 and 12. That doesn't add up to 8. Negative 2 and 6. That adds up to 4. I can do 4 and 3. Nothing adds up to 8. So since I can't go any further, this is the end. So it's not prime because we were already able to pull out the GCF. But you cannot keep factoring this because this one inside the parentheses is prime. There's no GCF here. Multiply 6, add up to 18. Oh, 1 times 6 is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. So this one, easy to recognize prime right there. There's no GCF right there. Don't panic when you see a big number. So multiply, you get 150. And then they need to add up to 53. So 5 times 30 is 150, but that doesn't add up to 53. But how about 50 and 3? 50 and 3 add up to 53. Okay, because I started by multiplying by 5, I have to divide by 5. Simplify the fraction there. I get 10. This one doesn't simplify, goes up. So x plus 10, 5x plus 3. If you want to check, if you want to do FOIL here, it will go back to your answer, right, to your question right there. That's the end of page 5.